It's October 7th today, and today's the first cold front of October. It feels really good to be in the tree today. I had a temperature of 51 degrees as I was walking in. The only downside is there's 10 to 20 mile an hour winds up here on the ridge, but with this temperature, I don't think it's gonna matter. I'm set up in the last spot that we have pictures of the deer I'm after. It's the same stand I've hunted a few times, and I've yet to see a deer while hunting it. I know hunting here I'm not going to see a ton of deer, but like I said in another blog, it could be the right deer. So that's what I'm hoping for tonight. I checked the camera when I got in here, and the deer I'm after was in here about 5 days ago, after dark, about by an hour and a half. And it seems like he comes through here consistently every 4, 5, 6 days. So I know this isn't his core area, but it's the only place I'm getting pictures of him. We've had pictures of him for 3 years straight in this area, so I know he doesn't live too far away. We had about a 12 to 13 degree temperature drop from yesterday to today, and I think it's really gonna get the deer on their feet. But with this stand, it's kind of like putting all your chips in the middle of the table. It could work out extremely well, or you could go home feeling pretty bad. So I guess we'll see what happens here tonight.
Friday actually got real interesting right at the end. I don't know if the footage, if I'm going to be able to save it. It was very dark and all my settings were completely maxed out. I don't know how it's going to look. If it looks okay, I'll probably put it on now, but it'll be interesting. I was just about to leave actually the stand and I heard a twig break about 20 yards behind me and I looked back and it was a pretty good deer. I couldn't really tell how big it was. I'm guessing I probably wouldn't have shot it, even if, I couldn't have either way. It was too dark. But I was in the woods and it was cloudy, so it got dark really fast in there. But it looked like a really good deer. I'm guessing it was probably a 3.5 just by the body size. But as that deer kind of hung around by the pond in there, I could hear another deer walk down from the field edge, and the deer that came down ran this other deer off. So I'm guessing that was probably another buck, and I'm assuming a little more mature if it ran that other deer off. So it would have been nice if they would have came in like 15, 20 minutes earlier, but that's how it goes sometimes. So tonight we're gonna head back to the pond stand. I normally don't get this many east winds this early, so I'm gonna take advantage of them. So we'll talk to you in the tree.
Well, we had an interesting start to this hunt. As I was walking up this hill behind me, there was a doe bedded about 60 yards in the back part of this food plot. She obviously, heard me, but she couldn't quite make out what it was. And we spent the next, I timed it, it was about 35, 40 minutes in a stare down. They sprayed the alfalfa field behind me. It's probably going to be corn next year, but because they sprayed it, I think they're going to start eating this clover. I know I've been saying for a while that I think deer activity is going to pick up. I think it's going to increase. And finally, I think it did. I haven't looked at the pictures yet from this camera. I just pulled the card. But before this week, I was getting about 300 pictures a week. And when I pulled the chip out, it said about 1,100, a little over 1,100. That's about what happened last year, so I'm hoping some deer showed up this week. I just checked the memory card on my camera here, and a lot of the pictures were just of nothing, but there were still a ton more deer than I've seen on this camera in a long time. The deer I'm after was actually in here a few days ago now. It's been right 5 days ago, and we had the re-emergence of a deer I call Floppy that's been gone since the summer. I haven't seen him since, but he was here about 3 days ago. The memory card got full on Friday in the middle of the day, so I don't have any pictures from this cold front, but I'm guessing they were probably in here again. But it was really good to see the deer I'm after and was a deer that I would shoot in a heartbeat, that they were both back on camera. I have the orange on today because it's youth season here in Wisconsin. It's probably my least favorite thing to put this orange on. Just hate it. Alright, it's late.